Hi friends, you're back with me, Professor Girish Kukreja. Today we are here to discuss about the NEET 2023 exams. I know that many people have been discussing about this and they're really doing a good job. You came up with the answer keys for all the subjects and we all now know at least somewhere where we stand for this particular examination and what will be our score. I am here to discuss the entire analysis of the biology section. So you know that my specialization is biology. So let us have an analysis of what exactly was the content. Let us go one by one, unit wise, and let us completely analyze this entire paper of NEET 2023.
So let's go one by one. So we have the first unit, the diversity in the living world. The first chapter, the living world, and the second one, biological classification, somehow had no questions. So we have 0 for the living world and 0 for biological classification. The plant kingdom had 3 questions and the animal kingdom had 4 questions. So in all, unit first, diversity in living world, had 7 questions. The second unit, that is the structural organization in plants and animals. The favorite chapters of most of the botanists there, right? We have morphology of flowering plants, like as I told, like anyways, I won't like comment anything, but then morphology of flowering plants had 3 questions. Anatomy of flowering plants again had 3 questions, and structural organization in animals had 4 questions. The third unit, which deals with the cell structure and functions, I know that is not much ignored, but then still it had 13 questions. Yes, so the third unit had 13 questions in all, with cell, the basic unit of life, having 3 questions. Biomolecules, the carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, fats, nucleic acids, and yes, our enzymes, right? They had 4 questions. Then the cell cycle and cell division, the so-called smaller chapter, had 6 questions. Oh my god. Okay, anyways, so we have the 4th unit now, the plant physiology, where you learnt about that how the plant it actually functions. Anyways, without wasting much time, it had 13 questions in total. So transport in plants had 3, then mineral nutrition had 2, photosynthesis had 2, respiration had 3, and plant growth and development was 3. Okay, the next one now, I think the last and the so-called favorite sections of zoologists, right? We have the human physiology, right? We may not be bothered about what is happening around the world, but we are bothered about what is happening with us. But somehow they give equal importance to everyone. So this also had 13. So plant physiology also 13 and human physiology also 13. As I said, that this is what is happened this year, right? So it happens almost all of the years. The weightage is equally distributed. So therefore I told that don't keep your assumptions. So we have digestion and absorption, that was 2. Then we had breathing and exchange of gases, that was 1. Then there was this body fluids and circulation, ye dil ka mamla, your heart wala chapter, had 2. Then excretion and osmoregulation had 2. Locomotion and movement, it also had 2. Then neural control and coordination had 2, and chemical control and coordination also had 2. This was around your 11th standard. Yes, so 11th standard, you can see that 7, 10, 13, 13, 13. Yes, 56. So more than 50% is your 11th standard according to NCERT, right? Anyways, so we come to 12th standard now, the unit 6th, that is reproduction, where we had reproduction in organisms represented by 0 questions. Oh, then we had sexual reproduction in flowering plants, which showed up 3 questions. Human reproduction with 3, and reproductive health was 3. So the last, or not last one, the most interesting, probably why, I don't know why, but then most of the time students find it interesting. The 6th unit, that is reproduction, appeared with 9 questions. Then the 7th unit there, 12th standard, genetics and evolution, one of the favorite ones. We have principles of inheritance and variation with 5 questions. We had molecular basis of inheritance with 7 questions, right? The chapter, I think, which with maximum questions was this time. Then we had evolution, like how we evolved, and also 1 question, right? Then there is 8th unit, which dealt with biology and human welfare, where we want to apply this biology for humans, where we have human health and diseases, which appeared with 3 questions. Strategies for enhancement in food production, 1. I'm a microbiologist, but then anyways, microbiology or microbes in human welfare did not show up there, so 0 for it. Then we have 9th unit, that is biotechnology and its applications. So biotechnology, its principles and processes, with 5 questions and 1 on biotechnology, its applications. So total 9th unit showed up with 6 questions, right? So the last one here, the 10th unit, ecology and environment, showed up with 12 questions, a dozen of them, right? So 12 questions, I'll not say, but then we all know that this sometimes we ignore, but then yes, 12 is a great number. So 12 questions, organisms and population with 4, ecosystem 2, biodiversity and its conservation 2, and the environmental issues, the pollutions and all that stuff, right, with 4 questions. So basically, if you see, we had first unit 7, second unit 10, third, 4th, 5th, each 13. Then we had 6th with 9, 7th with 13, 8th with 4, and 9th with 6, and 10th with 12. I hope this sums up to 100, right? So this was a complete, we can say, a picture of this NEET 2023. So this is only to give an overview that how there is an equal distribution. You can see, like somewhere you may find there is some inequality, but then anyways, it is almost equal, and this is what remains. And as I told, that change is the law of nature, it keeps on also changing.
So with this, I think that the picture is now completely clear that what we think is important and what we think is not important at all, right? We need to prepare completely for this entire examination. So let us all prepare for this entire content. Whether it be simple or whether it be difficult, let us completely analyze and remember that things are going to change. Like what remains constant is the change. We know that change is the law of nature. So you analyze 21 paper, you analyze 22 paper, you analyze 23 paper, you'll be find that there are certain minute changes. So the number of the questions and the weightage may go here and there. So let us be prepared completely. When I am prepared completely 360, right? 360 degrees, I am completely prepared. I am not bothered about from which particular section the question is going to be and what is going to be the level of the question. So best wishes for the upcoming NEET 2024, and we'll be here with you for the next updates. Stay tuned with us, Professor Girish Kukreja. Thank you.